Gosen family had a reunion gathering in McPherson, Kansas. We stayed overnight at McPherson College. It was August 2003. As we had fellowship together in the college and went out to dinner, we had a wonderful time of getting back together and knowing each other. The next day, we went to Inman, where the Gosen family grew up, and the scenes that follow will give you some idea of what this reunion was all about. Please watch. Jesse Bronning, who is 16 years old, is the cameraman for much of the video which you will now see.
But I think
yeah, Mom?
Okay.
Huh?
It's done.
Yeah? Yes, Mom?
Never mind.
Hello.
Maybe the shorter guide.
Here is a weird hybrid room thing. Much fun will be had in this place in the middle of the night. Wait a minute, what am I saying? Apparently there's no like food. Did you have to pay for that, Hannah?
Yeah.
My goodness, what a waste of money.
Leave the door open so we can see what's happening. Hey, there's more blankets here, guys.
Yeah, a place that has internet and stuff. All of them do. They have high-speed internet. All of them.
Yeah, and it's all through here.
But I can't connect it to my laptop. It's not fair.
Oh, you can't hook up your laptop.
No.
You don't have a data port.
Okay, well. These people are crazy.
Jesse, did you record that?
Yeah, but there's nothing. You can't
Yes,
read
there
it.
is a playback option.
No, I know, but you won't be able to read it.
We're like giggling here, so leave.
I'm embarrassed being playing with these ladies.
I know, so am I.
Watching home videos.
Doesn't play tricks on us. That's good.
Wish I'd have had you there. Boy, doesn't.
Right.
Battery's almost dead. I'm gonna have to change
I
this.
can see it. Lower, no, tilt the other way. No, straight forward. There you go. Now lower your tongue. There we go. I can see it. Now lower your tongue again.
What is it?
Hey, Jesse, you're recording. You're
Yeah,
recording it.
Chinese checkers against each other. So far, we don't know who's gonna win, but the chat's hilarious. That's the town of Inman in Kansas, and this is where Great Grandma Gosen, kind of hard to say that name, grew up. Yeah, and so I'm going to go look at the house where they lived.
The back section down there either.
It was just the center part.
Right.
And the
Center
basement.
part, that
Yeah,
was it.
the basement.
What did I say?
This house is where
Oh, okay, well, this is, none of it recorded?
Nope.
Okay, this is the house, okay, you ready? This is the house I grew up in, and it was, it's been painted a different color, so it doesn't quite look the same to us, but basically it's the same, and in the back was, my mother had a very beautiful garden. I mean, it was just, she loved flowers, and it was total garden. Now, this house is being used as a daycare center, and there's a playground in the back, and it's where the garden was. So,
sorry. I know, I'm just doing what Grandpa told me to do.
Which is on this end of the house.
now, what are you doing now?
No, just
recording.
just tell us about
Oh,
your memories and
well, go ahead and say what you were just saying about the bedrooms.
Oh,
no, don't worry. Just tell us about.
Just a minute.
But the upper stair wasn't finished at all when you were.
not,
no,
not when we
no.
were growing up.
Was it
No,
attic?
nobody. I mean, it was just an open space
My-
up there until probably Jim went to high school, and then they closed off that one room for him, fixed it up so he could have his own bedroom up there. But Carol and I were still sleeping in the basement then.
Oh.
And then later on, when I went to high school, we finished off this end of the upstairs, and I had a bedroom up there by myself up then. But
Now, our father built this
yes,
house
he built this house
himself
Just
from
built how
scratch.
much?
from
And
scratch.
it was just the center part of the house there.
Yeah, this front
And-
part where the porch is and that part forward was not there.
And the
Nor
back
was
section.
the back where you see the porch there. That's the kitchen and utility room. That was
added on.
Yeah.
And when we first moved here, there was only me and my brother. I was about, I guess I was about 3.5. I think,
It must have been
they
very,
moved
very
just-
small.
I don't remember if they moved before he was born or after he was born, but if we
From
moved
where?
in. But we lived in the basement because the top wasn't
top wasn't
finished.
Were any of these trees here?
Oh, yeah.
Well, no, not these two.
Oh, they were?
These two trees were planted when I was probably about 10 years old.
But these trees were.
Those were, yeah. And there was another tree.
Yeah, there was another one.
Yeah,
too.
that's.
Cut down. It was a very old tree, but yeah.
And where did you move from? Do you remember? Where did you move from?
Oh, well, we lived elsewhere I mean,
town?
we, yeah, I don't remember where.
Oh, there was, Mom
lived
used to always talk about
somewhere else.
across the tracks, wasn't it? I don't, it was that end
Well,
of town. I don't know.
My Aunt Kate lived right back there. Right back there, across
house?
the alley.
Uh-huh.
Right in that house, right back there.
Your Aunt Kate did.
My Aunt Kate. My dad's sister.
That was our dad's
my dad's
oldest
sister.
sister, the one who really raised the family when our grandfather ran off and left them. And our grandmother went into a decline, which is what women did back then when that happened. And so Kate was really kind of the mother to the rest of the kids.
Right. They all considered her their
She
mother,
was- yeah.
really. And
Yeah.
the two, my father and his brother supported,
The family.
well, basically my father because his
Yeah.
brother Jake
He took off to
took
Minnesota.
off to Minnesota.
Yeah.
But, so my father kind of supported the family, and then, because Aunt Kate was the oldest, and then all the rest of them came up, the girls, there were 5 girls, they came along later, and they were all younger and had to be, you know, brought up, and
Right.
so she did that, and then as they grew up and like got jobs and stuff, they supported her. They supported her
Yeah.
because she'd never had a
had-
job.
Right. Although she did sewing when
Okay.
she did sewing, and she was a beautiful did beautiful seamstress work, and also she crocheted, not with yarn but with the little thread. She crocheted bedspreads and tablecloths, and it was exquisite
Women
work,
did that.
really exquisite work. It really was.
You have any of
People
that?
brought.
Any of those
All my
items?
cousins have some, but she never gave any to us.
Well, their grand
I don't know. Anyway, but she did kind of semi-support herself
Okay.
with that sewing for a long time until she wasn't able to do that anymore either. She,
but definitely as she aged, they
Yes.
took care of her.
oh yes, very definitely.
So that quilt that I have in my bedroom, that was made by my father's and Aunt Kate's mother that
Mark.
lived back there with her.
Okay.
Okay, and it was made sometime before she went into her decline. I don't know.
Oh, was it? Oh,
I guess
yeah,
so,
okay.
because
Yeah.
I don't think she did it afterward.
Oh, I'm sure she
did
did.
much of anything
I know,
after
she did.
that,
She
but-
took to her bed. She,
But I don't know how old it is, but it's pretty old. But
yeah.
so
You'd take that for 2 weeks, wouldn't you?
it all seems so
Go in
much
decline for 2
smaller than
weeks.
it did then. Don't you?
It's up to you. I'm in decline
It
this week.
seemed so much bigger then.
I'll bounce back.
Yeah, but I just can't imagine that.
Oh, no, I can't either.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Sandra was asking, where did Grandpa work in town here? Was it the grain elevator that he worked?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I
Yeah,
thought.
he was superintendent of the grain elevator for most of his
Foreman,
working
I think
life.
they called
Foreman,
it.
whatever,
Foreman,
yeah,
yeah, okay.
whatever they called it, yeah.
And that's that large elevator we passed
Same
coming
one?
in.
No, not that one.
No, it's
We can go by.
go
We can go
by.
by it. It's just a block off of
and
Main
it's
Street.
where he died.
Yes.
That's where he died by electrocution.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's it. It seems so much smaller.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I mean, then it just seemed so much bigger.
It just we were smaller.
Yeah,
so
that's
I
probably
know.
it is
it seemed bigger.
And your dad actually built that house.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
oh,
he
yeah.
did.
He built it and he put on the additions
Oh,
too.
he added on too.
He did laid all the plumbing, did all the electrical work in that house. Yeah. They didn't have such thing as codes back then.
Or permits or anything.
No,
Just built?
they just built.
I have a couple memories of this place. One of which in the early 80s, I was coming back from a trip out west. And I'd been a month doing a college class. We live in camping. It was pretty rough, in terms of appearance. And somebody dropped me off here. I went in and
You had a beard.
Grandma, I had a beard, brushy, it probably smelled. Long hair. Oh yeah, I mean, I can only imagine. I mean, you remember
I know how you look.
what I
then,
looked
yeah.
like then?
Yeah.
And I came in and Grandma just took me in, and she
Oh,
did
yeah.
warn me about the New Age movement a few times. But
We're not into that.
she was really ahead of her time when you
Oh,
think
yeah.
about it,
Well, she was because
in
she
terms
was
of
really,
insight into what was happening to
Yeah.
the culture.
She
I mean,
listened to all that stuff on the radio.
Yeah, yeah. That's all she ever listened to on the radio was her Christian stations. That's all she ever listened to.
but she welcomed me in, and I don't know how long I
yes.
stayed, a few days only, but
She
Did
took
she
you in
know
with
you
your
were
beard
coming?
and
she
everything?
took me in just as I was, and carrying everything on my backpack, I suspect.
Did she know you were coming?
Oh, of course.
Oh,
we had
okay.
made arrangements. I'd made arrangements.
All
for
right.
I can promise you that was a memorable time for her too.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
She was thrilled. She was
Oh,
just
was-
thrilled that you would do that. Yes.
Oh, is that
Oh
right?
yes.
Oh, that's neat.
Oh, she loved to have
Right,
family
family.
stop by.
Right,
Yeah.
Right. So I was very welcomed, absolutely. And before that, we came as a family several times.
Oh,
Yeah, but that was back in the early 70s.
Maybe
Right, that was
60s.
a long
So
time.
I do remember that a little bit.
Well, I remember Grandma baking. We were
Yes,
helping her.
indeed.
I don't remember what it was.
So it was a
She
German
was always baking.
recipe.
Every
Oh, that was
Saturday.
when we came?
I'm sure it
That
was
was
the
when Sandra and I
Sweebach.
came by in her
Sweebach.
86.
Every
Sweebach.
Saturday.
She made
she
Sweebach.
baked.
Sweebach,
Yeah,
yep.
and she would make cinnamon rolls out of her Sweebach dough, and that was always the kids' job, would be to roll them up and roll them in cinnamon. You rolled them in a long roll and then rolled them in cinnamon and sugar, and then put the butter and the brown sugar in the bottom of the pan and then rolled up the rolls.
That's probably what we did.
I remember doing that every Saturday. Yes.
Oh, I know
The
she
house
did it.
smelled wonderful.
Oh yeah, when that bacon was, thing was baking.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a tradition to do that on every Saturday because Sunday evening, late afternoon and Sunday evening was a time when people visited.
Yes.
one another. I mean, they would drop in for a visit and they would have a little, it wasn't really a supper.
It was called
because-
Faspa.
Yeah, Faspa.
Kind of a very harrowing tornado warning test system thing. And the people who live in the house just got back.
I can't be. I need to go.
Oh,
You know what? We don't need to have.
Yeah, we'll take yours.
I can take a picture. It's no problem. Because Chris can keep an eye on the little ones.
Well, it's just those two there.
Why don't you get out where you can
Isn't that amazing? Around here they have special tornado warnings. Oh, hi.
You go in the house, I think.
So they're gonna get anxious and
Yeah.
Shoot.
we might get in the wrong band. Want to go to Kansas?
Just, you know, one year just hanging out over in our crowd. We looked out, where did we go?
It sort of fits in, but
Ready, set, go. I think it went. Why don't you get up on the steps so I'll get a closer up of you? Yeah, go ahead.
sure.
Get closer up of you.
Oh no.
Are you ready? Gotcha. I hope I got the other one. I didn't hear it click. Shade partly in the sun. I probably want to be. We are ready. We're gonna go. This one I heard click. All right.
Okay. let's see here. Oops. Okay, this is the grain elevator where great grandpa goes and worked as a foreman and then later died by its electrocution or something. Okay, I'm gonna go over there.
He was really the manager of this branch. Foreman, superintendent, whatever you want to call it.
So, Barbara,
Well, look at the, basically.
Yes. Yes.
Barbara, where are we here? Where are we?
Oh, okay. We are at the old mill and elevator, actually the mill where my father, your great-grandfather, worked all of his working life. And this is also where he died on the job.
Okay.
He started working here probably in the Depression, sometime in the early Depression years, yeah. And he never had another job.
He wanted to be an engineer, but because he had to support his family, his siblings, he wasn't able to continue, school school after high school, and he never was able to really do what he wanted to do, was to be an engineer of some sort.
Which might be
When you-
why he was always so much hands-on with repairs and things, because he was the one that went in there and that's how he died.
Yeah.
Because he was doing a job that really, as manager, he should not have had to been doing. Somebody else
Jack
should
of
have
all
been.
trades, I think he
Yeah,
was.
but I think he liked the hands-on stuff. He liked to be the one in doing it.
When you said he wanted to be an engineer, you mean a train engineer and drive a train?
No. Some
A-
type of
Mechanical
mechanical
engineers.
engineering or something like that.
I didn't know that.
He wanted to go to college and learn, study that, but
Huh.
he wasn't able to do that.
Okay. This is a place, honey, where your great-great-granddaddy used to make flour. Flour that you make bread out of. He would, the wheat would be in big bins like that, and they would put it over there, and they would grind it up and make different kinds of flour.
Yeah, you see that thing coming down from the elevator over there?
That
over
blue?
to the pink building there, that's the grain, that's how they push the grain out.
Oh.
Sort of slide it over there.
And then they make some kinds of flour for bread and some for other baking, and
Yeah.
so he was in charge of doing that here.
And he was, how old was he when he died?
It's 59.
When he was 59.
That was in about 19.
He was,
57.
he was working here, he was the foreman, and he,
Yes.
was repairing an electric wire. Or some electrical short or something that had happened. He was repairing it, and apparently he did not take the proper precautions
She just
because he
barely
was electrocuted.
Yeah, it was a higher voltage. It was a higher,
Right.
probably something you shouldn't have been
Yeah,
messing around with.
Right. And,
But he was a foreman, so somebody had to do it, right? That was,
I guess, I don't know.
yeah, but that's,
He was actually
Figured it out.
right.
It's
Storage,
just used for storage now.
right.
Wow. Inman Graveyard, where I assume there are some great relations of ours buried. I'm about to go find out.
Her name was Anna.
Here it is.
But his
Well,
was
she-
Dietrich also.
I know.
So they just.
They always call her. They always called her Anne.
Yeah, just like they called him Dick, and his real name was Dietrich.
Oh, yeah. No other
Yeah.
two markers?
That's his veterans.
Okay.
He was a World War I vet.
World War I vet.
Yeah, did you know that?
Well,
Grandpa?
it was me, Tim, and Andy that wrote that report on that.
U.S.?
Yeah, Jesse, I think Jesse read it when he was
Yeah, I
in
did.
Did you read that report?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing? Recording other people's here?
No.
Private first class, Company E, 137.
Yeah, something interesting.
Someone had a journal on the internet too, and he had a journal, and we wrote a really neat,
Oh, my goodness.
it was a neat report.
I didn't. That's not us,
There
Jesse.
was one
I know.
just on the way.
But there's kind of a weird connection here between these two.
What?
So this is my parents right here. My grandparents,
Oh,
maternal grandparents right over here.
didn't get this one.
remember when.
She was buried.
Have some significance with the family. We're not sure what yet. Previously recorded stone is the one that's connected to the one that I just got. Great-great-grandparents. Wow.
Yeah. They were born, well, in Ukraine today. Today's Ukraine. Yeah, they were born in Ukraine. It was called White Russia back then. See, your people, Barbara, and our people, most of our people, came from the same place.
Yeah.
I mean, your people came, I think, from Holland or near Holland.
Near Holland, yeah.
And ours came from another couple other places. But once they got to Russia, they were in the same general in Ukraine. They were in the same general place. Because the name Lurbach and I don't remember the other towns that they established there come up in our records all the time when we do our Browning search. They come up in our records. So
that's how you guys found each other. Is that how you explain that?
kind of gravitated together.
Right. Had to come all the way.
But
right.
But the interesting thing about it is that when they went to Ukraine,
For the people that emigrated
they
from...
How
they
interesting. I
settled
didn't even know there
towns.
was.
This was a Mennonite town.
Wayne had
This was a
found
Catholic
it
town. This was a Reformed town. This was
a
the
few
Lutheran
years
town.
before that, when he had
And
just
together, but still in the same region.
The same area.
So we went back to
Southern Ukraine, above Odessa and around
Yeah, because
Odessa.
we were always considered to be
That's why I wanna
Dutch,
go
but I
to
knew they
Odessa so
went
bad.
from Holland and
Because there's
stayed
still
for a while
remnants.
in
They
Germany,
built
and that's
school
why
buildings,
the language is called
towns, they
Plattdeutsch,
built
Low Dutch,
farm
or Low
places.
German.
It was like the border.
It was, but they picked up a lot of the German parts of it too, and then went on
Our
to
people
Russia and
left
picked
around
up some of that too.
1873.
Well,
So,
they picked up some
Thousands of them
culinary
stayed.
Got some that stayed.
things
during
in
World
Russia.
War II.
Definitely picked up some culinary things.
They got it taken away from.
A lot of them were
they maintained
migrant, were sent.
Culture.
Yeah.
Culture and community.
Yeah, they
that was
did.
60 years later. They stayed in their towns. And
Oh yeah, they stayed in their town. I mean, it was prosperous country. It's like
Yeah, it's like
like
Europe.
this, only better.
Ukraine.
Oh
Right.
yeah, that's the breadbasket of Europe, really.
But the Russians didn't have any people
No.
to work it, so they offered.
So what happened was, when World War II came, of course they hated the Germans in Russia. No, very good reason.
Already because
Oh,
the
they
Germans were
already
prosperous.
Yeah, they already hated him. But then Hitler comes along,
Oh, yeah.
and boy, did they hate him. And a lot of them were deported to Siberia.
Siberia.
And there are German colonies
Oh, yeah.
today in Siberia.
You go through all the republics like Azerbaijan
Yep.
and
Yep. Yeah.
Uzbekistan, all those places, they still have them.
There are little German colonies
Yeah.
in many places.
You
Yep.
see it. You see that that shows up in ethnic studies in those countries. There's always German is one of the languages spoken.
That's right.
In almost all
That's right.
those Russian republics.
Yep.
Because they got spread out.
Uh-huh.
They're still maintained. They maintain their culture.
Well, if you ever get to Germany,
So that's your great grandfather and grandmother's gravestone right there.
Yeah.
You take a picture of that.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I took a picture of.
You got an upside down one now.
Those people that.
Well, no, I didn't. But, yeah.
He does work up there too.
There you go. Nice
Grave searching. Interesting pastime.
She has coffee. Oh yeah.
She did have coffee. Rab.
Hey, Cole, I got one now. Yeah, let's see slime.
No, I didn't.
Then somebody else did.
No, I didn't.
Somebody else did.
No, I didn't.
I might have. It was in my hands at 18 times.
One day.
Actually, I never did.
Oh, look at two of them.
Oh, look at his star.
I used to have a
What's that? Right there.
You want to see
What is
scar?
it?
Guys, here, come out this way.
Beautiful.
What's left in there?
It's beautiful.
This is in the cafe where we're gonna eat lunch in Inman. Boo. Hey. Ooh. Lots of pie. More trains. So, Grandma, tell me again what happened in this room. I didn't catch it. Yeah, I know. Okay. My hair's messed up. No, thanks. Shh.
The meal after our mother's funeral, your great-grandmother's funeral, was right here in this room.
Wow. Here, I'm gonna get a sort of wide view of the room then.
Yep. And let me suggest that you go very fast back and forth.
That's not gonna do
That's
much.
really, that's with really good pictures.
Everybody dizzy. He said they're ready.
Stop it!
We make it easier and sit by family.
No, I'll talk to my family.
Oops, I lost. Three. What are you get my candy? Candy? How does that another pill?
You make me.
Where's the wing? Why did that go that way? Why did that go?
I was just practicing speaking because I wanted to.
Right.
I think not recording, is it? Yes. Yeah, do you have one more? Or last? I just laughed. I laughed. I just laughed.
Our last round. It was terrible. I wanted to explain what was happening.
I started in the hallway. There's a whole bunch of rooms in the church.
I ignored it in the dark.
You know where the other pill is?
So I started in the hallway.
Or do you have
Till all but one person went to one person hiding in the shadows. Till all but one person went to a room. Till like 4 people met.
You do?
All in the hallway. And the person in the
Where'd you find it? On the floor?
We had a scary place.
yeah. No, this is how we have a time limit. So kill as many people at a time as you want.
You did that?
We could.
Go around and kill everybody and kill yourself.
Have you played?
Mine goes out. It's you don't get to play outside in the dark. What do you mean?
So we used to go out by ourselves.
You said there's ghosts.
5 problems.
No, thank you. I have plenty.
He added salt to the.
You're allowed to stop filming now, or else I'll have to steal your
No, I'm getting this on video. There's proof that you're a robber thief person. Get away from me.
Hi, I only have $5 in my wallet.
Keep talking.
What's that?
Keep talking.
Okay. What do you want to know? I saw the real world the other day. That Christina girl is so annoying. She's like, who ate my peanut butter? Who ate my
Stop
ham?
moving your face.
Okay, fine. Who ate my ham? Who opened the ham? I don't like those people.
Battle of the cousins. All in trouble, Jesse.
You twist my whole body.
Count again.
Have your elbows apart, Tim.
Count again.
His arm is longer. I get no leverage.
That's nice, Jesse.
Do left hand. Do left hand.
Yeah.
No, I'm next.
Let's see.
You're still gonna win.
Cup over. David, move your
I
water.
can't.
He's not even trying.
Arm length is yours. Go. Lots of water. Lots a cup of water.
I did it. I started. No, I started.
3, 2, 1.
Either way, you win. You win.
Wait, you pushed my elbow back, Tim.
Yeah, starting off the table. Yeah, you're not in a good position.
5, 4, 7, 0, 5, 0, 5.
You can't use a chair. You can't use a chair.
Go.
Hello, camera. My name is Jordan. Hello, camera. My name is Jordan. What's your name, camera?
Okay. Uh-oh.
Watch this. I'm only on my finger.
Because surgery takes time. She got a double whammy. One was about over 20 years ago. She had been identified, diagnosed as bronchiectasis. Yes, I know that. Excuse me.
It's 4 years.
his own. What are you doing, Neil?
Eat my asparagus. Imagine that.
You don't like it?
Oh, I like it.
Okay. All right. All right.
Okay, stop. Okay. I was gonna say, you want me to see if she'll sit here with me now?
There you go.
Can you just take us around in a circle?
Sure. Come on here, Hubba Bubba. Let's this way.
He's riding on the horse. Are you going to? No.
And then we're gonna
See,
take your nice
yeah, see if you can get some riding of Hubba Bubba. Is this Hubba Bubba?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one's thirsty. You're going to swing your right leg behind the saddle. Okay? Put all your weight in the stirrup and you'll kind of lean back over the horse this way. That way. So flip your leg over and then lean your upper body this way. Okay?
No.
Good. Now lean your chest over here. Kick this foot out. There you go. Now slide down. Good job.
Hey, she knows exactly what to do.
So I'm gonna hold. Where am I gonna hold right here to get down?
Go right there. Lean forward, swing your other leg
You
over.
don't want to get on? It's your last chance.
All right.
You're welcome.
Okay. You said no?
Yeah.
No. Hey, Katie, are you still saying no?
She just
Well, I'm going to take a ride up to the end by myself, and you want to ride with me? Just
What?
because I'm thinking I'm going to ride for just a few minutes, and then we'll put them out.
That's
They
fine.
want to eat.
My seat's glad not to sit.
Which come and go.
Yeah, people come and go, and you make friends, and you reconnect, and Trampolin's good at that. And keeping track of friends no matter where they are. He's very good at that.
Yeah, we keep track by email.
That's really
Okay. Did he get to ride? Because like letter writing's kind of slow from the DR. It might take a month to get a letter from the States, but it's a bit better now. It's usually more like 2 weeks. And
Somebody that you want to ride for.
yeah.
What about favorite things you love?
This is Alex right here, right?
States that you love.
That's Alex.
If you go, they're coming right back with the other
down there that you wish somebody would send you sometime in a care package or a...
You must be
The
Scott.
horses
Your
are done.
birthday. There's so much. There's like.
Hi there.
I'm sorry. This is
I'm Katrina.
Katrina.
Yeah. Did you
Yeah,
like the shirt lady? It's super lucky.
This is her husband.
Big. Everything.
Oh,
So
it's too
many
much.
right. Slowly getting to
But I
everything.
mean, sometimes you've got like a special friend.
60 of us here today.
Yeah, there's not so much other than I mean, I know some of them. There's benefit of knowing some of them. We were reviewing too. Joan
That's
was
right, your
reviewing
dad said
with
he
us.
loves Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. There you go.
So much for beer, Dr.
It helps.
Since we got back.
It helps.
And I was like, I don't want to see anymore.
Yeah,
How
I'm
long
sick.
has it been since you guys all got together too?
We're like
You guys
Coke
are all
or
together.
Our family?
Yeah. Most of
Well, it's been 4 years since all of us were together. Yep.
See, now you guys are all together
Because
too.
Steve's are you know, down
guys
in
are pretty
the DR,
separated.
and that's pretty far.
And
Yeah.
those kind of brands. and stuff.
So, I mean, we see
pretty
Kath.
lucky. We get together like
There's one store might have
once every 2 months.
Yeah.
Well, I told Kathy that I wanted to find, and she did such a good job getting
But I
the
still
t-shirts
imagine
done, which
She
is
did. Both of them worked
coordinate
hard.
with the two, you two need to coordinate and get a phone directory.
I think that's very, very important.
Well,
actually, we thought
Homer
would be good for that.
Homer
he
has
won't.
it all.
Steve's getting
Homer has it all.
He's getting everybody's name and address for his missionary letter. So I'm just
That'd be the
going
good. That'd be the place to do it. Yep.
I was gonna say Homer has a lot of them, and Homer and Ellie have a lot of them.
Come and talk to me for
Okay, well, where's
about
Alex? Wants
3 minutes. There he is.
Alex
Isn't that
wants
Alex?
to take a ride on the horse. and-
There, I think they put him away.
No, there's no.
Oh, there's one going in. Well, you got to catch Mike because
Yeah, that'd be fine.
because Mike was going to put the horse away when he comes back. So
Oh.
you got to go.
Alex, you may take
You
a
better
ride.
get your ride now because it will be done. Tell me.
When you walked up to me and said
Let's
hello,
go.
I could not remember who you were.
Oh.
Oh, you look familiar. You look familiar. It's like, it's Robbie. Who is that?
That's okay.
Toe rings.
We went to the beach, me and my 2 friends and our all 7 kids, and we all decided we were gonna not act like mothers one day, and we all got toe rings.
See that that yellow truck?
Uh-huh.
On the driver's side on the floor, there are two little boxes. If you head over that way, would you get them? Be careful with them.
Oh, okay. What are they for?
Just go get them.
Oh, okay.
And I'll
These
show
are
you.
supposed to be the most comfortable toe rings. They fit them. Because I would never have bought one unless they were.
They're not any better. Mine are better.
Oh.
Mine are fitted.
He's a silversmith.
Oh, okay.
That's what's in the box.
They have different sizes. I'm a 3. I'm a 3.
You want to do my
I don't
Yeah, I'm
mind
a
at
3.
all.
So,
Huh.
Your what size ring?
Is it a full ram?
Don't put the horse away. We have one boy who wants to get in.
Only one? Looks like
I think I got a whole line
You
here.
got a line of them.
Okay, where are you?
3.
Come right
You
here.
start with, there's David and Alex and Mark,
Come here.
and Hannah's not a boy.
Put your foot right there.
Hey, there they come.
Yeah, all right.
You're the late arms.
Okay. You ever ridden before?
Yes, but when I was very, very little.
When you
So I
were very,
don't
very
remember.
little?
Yeah, I saw
It's nice to have an old nag around that isn't very excited about moving.
He's probably tired already.
For a little while.
An old nag.
I think I've had about enough fun out here as I can handle.
Enough sun, right? Yeah, sun in the fun.
I know, but I'm going to teach you
They make things like that.
oh, you do? Oh,
Go look at
neat.
Julie's
I love silver stuff.
Yes.
Hey, Scott.
Hi.
Yeah, I'll look at. I just wanted to get a picture of.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like you're doing the dad thing here.
Yes, I am.
I've got all the toe rings he did, and I think everything else I'll have to bring out of the car.
Mm-hmm.
Bring
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
bring him in and
Let me see.
take a look.
Oop, here she comes.
You coming in too?
Where's my wife with her digital camera?
I know someone's downstairs.
Who cares about school anyway? I'll come work. Go, please. All right. I'm gonna come right in. I just need to grab my cup. Neil, your sister come down with Neil. We're supposed to go get a picture downstairs. Let's go. All right. What is the show anyway? Do we want to be down? Do we want to be different levels?
I got that.
So Go find another. Go find another.
Hey, now look over this way.
I don't know who to look at. One more.
I know. Just stick your tongue out.
He was looking the other way. Okay, that's enough. Uh-oh. This is an... Steve, this has got a photograph.
Oh yeah, sure you do.
They're really colorful, aren't they?
See, she complained.
Whatever happens, 1, 2, 3, smile.
Blend into the wall. What are you doing here, buddy?
Yes. Gotta get some more impromptu.
Dana, need a group picture.
Don't do that. All right. They look natural.
Pizza.
You guys walked into the bar.
One of his rooms is
Would you have him stand against that wall?
Handed stuff on.
Janine, why don't you say one up here? I never.
Oh, Mickey, you're run over. There you Hold on, I'll get barefooted. Where's Janine?
Listen up! He said I was supposed to get your attention.
Mike's not here. He'll have the horse back in a minute. Here he is. Lay it down and come over. Lay it down. Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Marcia or Sandra just went upstairs. What? Marcia or Sandra?
Sandra?
Sandra. Is she here or is she upstairs? She's upstairs, yeah. Okay, you guys, how are you going to get in the picture?
Okay, let's pull it together a little bit. Squeeze it together. Josh. It's a little too warm to squeeze.
Yeah? It says H.
Okay, tell them to all pay attention.
Oh yeah. Good thing it was easy. Okay. How are we going to get these guys in the picture?
Yes, and we need to get that guy in the picture. Don't get, wait a minute, will Mike get here, do you need all that? Mike, come here.
Right, and that's why the picture's not showing up.
Is he gonna work, Mike?
No, yeah, you have to look through the...
Oh, the picture. Come back.
Right there.
Curry!
You missed the big picture. This is like different.
We got to get out of the sun. You'll look weird.
You know how to run these cameras?
Point and shoot, that's what I like.
You do? Dad, you know how to run cameras?
Yeah, point and shoot.
Does anybody know how to do time shoot? I don't think he knows how to do it.
Saren. Saren what?
Sarandeer.
Sarandeer. Look up here. All join in. When we're cleaning up the house, we what? All join in. All right, let's see if we can turn the page. All right. When we're trying to catch a mouse, we all join in. when when we've got some tins of paint, we, what are they chasing?
A mouse.
A mouse. Oh dear. Everybody joins in chasing a mouse. Now, what are they doing here? Grandma's painting what?
A picture.
A picture. And little brother is painting a bookcase or cupboard. And Daddy's painting.
No, that's Mommy.
Is that Mommy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Daddy's on the ladder. Mommy's painting what?
A boat.
A boat. And what is Daddy painting?
The wall.
He's painting the wall. Oh, they all join in, don't they?
Hey, look.
Okay.
Let me show you something.
Okay, you need to show me something. That's right. Mm-hmm.
She's painting this.
She's painting a cane, which is a strange thing to paint,
And
isn't it?
he's painting the ladder.
And he's trying to paint the what?
The cat.
Is that funny? It's funny, isn't it? Okay, we
And
all.
he's painting one of the kitchen pans.
Dad, that's not something good to do, is it?
No.
Would your mommy be happy if you painted her kitchen pan?
You're running out of ideas.
You heard her mommy. All right, let's see what they're doing here. When Granny's going to faint, we all what?
Join in.
We join in. We catch her so she doesn't fall over and her purse doesn't spill out all over every place, right? And if Ferdinand decides to make a chocolate fudge banana cake, what do we do, for goodness sakes? What do we do?
Here it is on a beautiful Tuesday morning, and we are in San Francisco. And there it is, the Golden Gate Bridge. And
Cable made up of many different wires, hundreds upon millions of wires, all bound together.
and who are you?
Hi, I'm Vanna Brown. Here's our cable. San Francisco.
Poppy, thanks for being our tour guide.
You're welcome. Thank you. Did you meet Mr. Strauss here?
I have not yet.
He is the man who built the bridge.
Wayne, you go stand in front of me.
Yeah, we'll take
Mr. Strauss, the bridge builder. What was that, Poppy?
This is Alcatraz,
Oh, okay.
the water tower.
Uh-huh.
As you can see, not a far swim should you need to.
It's true.
Right here, baby. Look, Dougie. Dougie. Say hi.
And who is this little guy with you here?
That little guy with me over there
Where are you?
is Evangelical.
There you are, Evangelical. Hi, Evan.
Can you wave to the camera? Wave to Uncle Wayne. Hi. And all the family.
Alrighty, that's great. This is a beautiful place.
Yes, I took one the day that
It's because it's so turbulent there.
I suppose that the Golden Gate Bridge is a symbol in the West of freedom, like
Statue of
the
Liberty.
Statue of Liberty is a symbol in the East.
Right.
Yep. Wow. So we get a full panoramic view of the city of San Francisco over toward the south. And then as we go around, we see the San Francisco Bay with the island of Alcatraz. And we see the bay again.
Excuse me.
Yes. And going all around, we see the Golden Gate Bridge. Now we see the bridge from the north side, looking laterally along it. And again, San Francisco Bay in front of us. Panning across. You can see the entire city of San Francisco straight across from us here. And Alcatraz out there. Oh yes, okay, now we're a little better. That's Alcatraz out there. And panning back to our right, to our west, we see the city of San Francisco. One of the tallest points in this area has a large radio tower on it. And there's the bridge. This is a park with some of the tall trees, not the tallest ones in California, but perhaps the only ones we will see.
I was going to say, she's not excited about that at all. No, I am. I'm trying to figure out
The gold rush.
how they identify their
Go ahead. Here's a shot of Joan taking a shot of one of the big redwoods. And again, we just go up and up and up and up.
What's that, Evan? Evan, what do you have?
And we cannot see the top of it hardly. We're here in the midst of a stand of redwoods, and again, you see their magnificent composure here in the woods. And it seems like oftentimes they start with one very wide trunk, as you notice this one here, and then they split into two trees above as they get larger, as they get taller.
He bought white peaches,
Hmm.
and he bought turkey.
Have often ravaged this area, and they are of some great value, and many of the trees survive but are gouged by the fire, as you can see here. We continue our walk here in Muir Woods among the giant trees. There's one ahead of us.
Mommy, it looks like a spring over here. Mommy, look.
speak. You can lie. Oh, girl, you said from above, I was under your spell.
Ich habe den real gesehen.
This is Fisherman's Wharf, and again we see Alcatraz out there on the other side of this submarine.
Wow, let's go in the museum. Let's see the museum first.
This is a museum right on Fisherman's Wharf, where there are displays of old entertainment machinery and other things pertaining to the city of San Francisco. And there's one of those famous cable cars going there, and there's another one going in the other direction. So yes sirree, those yes sirree, those cable cars do run. Some years ago they wanted to take them out of service, and the citizens of San Francisco rose up against the city and raised some money and rebuilt the system, and now they're running again. And here's the engineer.
It's a beautiful man. Please hold on. Beautiful man. Hold on, please.
Oh, I am holding on.
Okay. Stop reading. Enjoy.
When do I get off? I'll jump off right here. We got 2 cable operators here, cable cars. Wow. And you said this is the only country in the world that still has them?
That's correct, yeah.
Huh.
San Francisco's the last place. We still have it.
And
I think that's my relief over there. Let me go up there and make a relief.
Thank you for your time.
All right, thank you.
All right. And how long have you done this, sir?
Oh, no, that is 1 year.
1 year?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. He's
Have
just
fun.
moving up so the other car can go by.
All right.
What year is that? What year was it going? Well, 202. Oh, it's 202.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
See there, I caught her in the act.
Okay, you guys take this up to the register. Here's all your paperwork. Okay, all right. And they'll gladly take your money up at the register.
I'm sure.
No, you're all set with that. And take this so you can order more wine when you get back home.
We will take money here too, but we're not allowed.
And you are from Chile?
Yes.
Where? Santiago?
I was born in Santiago and I lived in Patagonia for 10 years.
Patagonia, that's down south. Okay.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you are German in background. Are you?
Yeah.
Really? How long has your family been there?
Oh, well, the first guy that came to Chile, he was like 200 years ago.
Oh, really?
It's a big family and yeah, very famous.
Okay, and what did your family do there?
What they used to do, well, he was a chemic, so he had a brewery and a pharmacy and all that.
I see. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Where are you from?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
Yep.
Like closer to Europe, right?
Yep. Closer to Europe. Thank you.
My accent is from Brazil.
I'm sure. Right off the main highway, 29 above Napa, California, is the Satui Winery and Vineyard. And that's exactly what I'm filming right now. And these are white grapes primarily. And they're beginning to fill out now. And let's just take one quick look and see what they look like. Apparently they don't get too big. There they are. And there are some more. And as you look, they're really loaded quite a lot with grapes. This is the picnic grounds at the winery where we're staying for a while. And behind us is part of the processing of the wine. Let's go in and see it. And there's a lovely, probably expensive restaurant here at the winery.
everyone stand up. I'm going to then ask the congregation for their blessing. And I will say, the answer is we do. And you'll all go?
We do.
With great enthusiasm, accept the bride and groom. You're accepting their blessing. You're not blessing yourselves. Okay. All right, good. Now, bouquet handoff. The two of you will join both your hands together.
Oh, no, you're giving me your bouquet.
Yeah. Join both your hands together. You're going to repeat after me, Steve. You're going to repeat after me, Lisa. Your last words are, for as long as we both shall live. Could you hear her? All right, here we go. We're going to have you do this too. For as long as we both shall live. Could you hear him?
Well, he's facing me, so yes.
Could you hear him? Okay.
Better than David, right?
All right, good. All right, your last words are, for as long as we both shall live.
For as long. Sure.
Reflection.
That little spot that I get, that little white spot right there. See that right there?
I don't know. You have some dirt on your lens? I don't know. San Francisco. Well, those are big corkscrews, must have been big bottles in those days. And operated pump for what? That's nice. Great. We've been tooling around the countryside here. Go ahead, get in.
Oh! All right.
She thinks I'm going to put her in the pool.
Oh.
She doesn't like those games.
Oh, good. This way I got part of the barn, too.
Your camera strap is right over your lens there.
That shouldn't be. I didn't see it. Just 2 sentences. Hold on. What's going on here, Leon? I mean, your vineyards and all?
Well, we planted this vineyard last year. There was nothing but weeds and bare land here, and old trees. And all this landscaping is new this summer. Swimming pool went in this year. So we're having...
You don't have a senior citizen rate? That's...
It's another stope, pretty small one, I'll admit. We got most of the quartz out of the vein, although there wasn't a lot. But you can see some stringers of quartz way up there at the top. As you can see, quartz rock is real easy to spot, especially in between slate. Oh, by the way, most of the rock in here, brown and black, is called slate. Switch me off now and then turn me back on when you get to number. Me came along millions and millions of years later. It was just like somebody planned the whole deal. Oh, let's go on to point number 4. You'll come to it soon. You can turn off your tape player. What you hear is men drilling holes the way we did. Double jack. 2 guys working together. One holds a steel drill about 3 feet long against the rock wall of the drift. The other swings a 6-pound sledge against the end of the drill. This drives the point of the drill into the rock. After each hit, the guy holding the drill gives it a quarter turn. It takes a while, but you end up with a hole about 3 feet deep and as big around as a 50-cent piece. Yeah, you probably already figured out why we're drilling these holes. Yes, sir, that's right. That's where we put our explosive. Black powder is what we used at first, then dynamite when it was invented by that Swedish guy. When we set off the charge, it broke a lot of rock loose. Yes, sir, that's how we dug this drift. And those stopes, too. We didn't have no fancy automatic drill like the one you see. It was put here by the city to show folks another kind of drilling machine. But say, let me give you a little more about the Bullion Bend story. As I said, the past... And then you dump the rock outside the entrance. The quartz is separated out and hauled about a quarter mile to the stamp mill, which crushes the quartz into fine sand. Now that sand gets processed with water and quicksilver. Quicksilver, or mercury as some folks call it, is funny stuff. It attracts gold like a magnet. So after the processing, you end up with a solid lump of gold and mercury. The last step is to heat the lump in a still, and then the mercury goes off like steam, and the gold is left. Now that might sound like a lot of hard work, but let me tell you, getting that quartz out of the ground is clear up to the open air at the top of the hill. Well, you just go ahead and take your time and look around. I'll keep my mouth shut. It's time to move on to number 9. Okay, player, now I'll meet you there.
Hey! No, that's just water. They put water on it. Yeah, they try to make it sweet.
Here we are at number 9, which is the junction where 2 drifts meet. This is where we finally hit the quartz vein we was looking for. We went off in 2 directions. One down off to the right there was pretty good, but it petered out after a while. But look over your head.
We found it right! You did!
But there was plenty of more. Take a good look up here. It's kind of very neat. It goes straight up to the open air at the top of the hill.
Not wet.
Well, you just go ahead and take your time and look around. I'll keep my mouth shut.
Hello?
That's about 120 feet. We had to go clean up to the surface because the air was getting so foul in here. We could hardly work more than 15 or 20 minutes and we'd be gasping for breath. Now, I mentioned the ore car a while ago. If you just step around the corner to the right where the bright light is, you can see one for yourself. I'll wait back here. Now, I'll tell you what to do with your tape recorder. Turn her off while you visit the car and turn her back on again when you join me back here at 9. That sign by the ore car tells you most everything you need to know about it. Except what a chore it was to move that thing down this main drift to the outside when it was loaded with rock. Now I want you to follow me down this dark drift, 'cause it's one of my favorite spots in the mine. Yes, sir, it reminds me how it used to be here in the old days, with only candles for light and mud to stand in. Well, come on, keep coming till you see a number 10 at the end of the drift. You probably don't get a kick out of this like I do. Take all the time you need down here. Oh, and your tape player, you can switch it off while you're in here. Then switch it back on again when you get back to number 9. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. As you come back out, look for an arrow on the wall near the junction. If you put your hand on that big patch of white, you'll feel the gritty powder that rubs off. That powder is talc. What you'll feel on your hand is talcum powder in the raw. Don't forget to turn off your tape player. I'll see you there at number 9. Well, as you can see, we've reached the end of the mine. You might be wondering why we didn't keep going on when we was doing our mining. Well, one reason, and probably the main one, was we was just plain tired of digging. My kids was growed up and I didn't need as much anymore, so I said to heck with it.
So, yeah, you know.
Well, anyway, let's head on down back the way we come. We're going to be looking for a number 11. It's ways down here in the drift. Oh, see? Let me just finish up my bullion bin story while we're walking. So as soon as Charlie got back to town, see, he went and gave the sheriff. The sheriff, his name was DeGoldie, didn't waste any time after the conference. He and his deputies picked up the robber's trail and
Would you say that again?
A mine that went down 1,700 feet
Okay.
and off all different directions. But the mine played out in the 1920s, but then the mill was kept open as a community stamp mill. And then, so the little miners like over there, why they might save their quartz for months and bring it over here and run it through. And so it was put here in 1890, and the stuff that's in there, a lot of it's still the original stuff. So come on in and take a look.
Okay, well, what does it mean, the stamp?
Come on in, I can show you.
Okay.
It had to bust the quartz up to get the gold out.
Oh, I see.
Of course, the quartz hopefully had some gold in it. And then it would be used then for road fill and stuff like that. This machine was put here, as I said, in 1890. And as far as we know, this is still the original stuff. And the bow wheel was maybe rebuilt in the 20s or some indication of that. And if you step around over here and look up, or you can walk up, I can kind of show you the process of it. There. Now, first of all, this concrete would not have been here. Everything would have been wood or dirt to take the vibrations of the machines. And the other mine entrance is up behind the exit sign up there. And you can't quite see it. It's all caved in anyway and tree grown in front of it. But they bring their ore cars in at that upper level and dump them. Now you think a big machine like this could handle big rocks? Well, actually, they had to be busted up to about the size of an olive first for this to work efficient. So on that level, which we don't have yet, would have been a crusher of some kind that would have banged them up to where they could drop through about a 3/4 inch steel. And then they'd come into another bend here and then be regulated down by here into this machine. What powered it first was a steam engine, although the drawing there shows water power. And I don't think the ridge is high enough for water power here unless they had it piped in. Many of the mills were set up to use both water as well as steam. And if the water was available, they didn't have to cut firewood and haul it and have someone take care of the machine. And so they could save a third or so on their milling costs. The last thing that powered up, my friend who lives over here in Camino Heights, he used to come over here as a boy in the 30s and look at a 12-cylinder V Cadillac engine that was out. And he didn't remember a thing about the mill. I suppose they chased him away. I don't know. But anyway, so they were just using what was most efficient and easiest at the time. And any questions so far?
No, it was a simple process, but the amount of work the guys put into this.
An awful lot of work.
You and I would.
In the mine as well as at the mill, yeah.
I can't imagine you and I ever working that hard.
Not anymore. I used to work pretty hard on the threshing crews.
Did you work on a farm in the area here?
No, in Nebraska.
In Nebraska?
Yeah.
So did I.
Yeah.
I grew up in Nebraska.
I was born in Broken Bow, and then we went over to Iowa for several years, then back by Omaha.
I see.
And where were you from?
Fillmore County, down around Geneva, not Hastings, but York and that area.
Yeah, a little south.
My dad had a farm there.
Yeah.
So you're a Nebraskan.
Yeah.
Born and raised there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked hard for the first 15, 20 years of my life, and then I went off to school.
Yeah.
Different kind of work.
Yeah. Well, it's still hard work. Yeah.
I thought you sounded like a Nebraskan.
Well, when I got 17, I went and joined the Marines. My mom wouldn't let me until I graduated from high school, and, which was a good thing.
Yep.
Because next to last week in boot camp, the drill instructor came out and he says, "Well, fellows, they just dropped something called the atomic bomb and it saved your ass." So that was about right.
I guess. Yeah, that's great. The stamps are basically steel cylinders that just pound up and down.
Yeah, and well, they weigh about 1,500 pounds. I've read of some weighing as much as 2,800 pounds.
Yep.
And with these cams, you see, they'll go around once. Every time the wheel goes around, boy, I didn't do it.
And basically it just drops that,
just gravity.
Gravity pulls her down and bangs on the rocks. It's come through the mountains and we're now about 6,000 feet at Lake Tahoe. And one of the first things we noticed was this place where somebody does a fabulous job in making sculptures out of wood. He seems to have endless ideas. A wonderful bench. And a bear. Take a lot of these. Yep. Boy, that photograph thing in here is very, very handy. For- Joan?
I'll take 2 pictures of you. I'll take 2 pictures of you guys. Here? Yeah, what's that on your face? Take 2 pictures, 2 pictures.
Okay, okay. Let me do it. Okay. Mommy 在那儿，我在上。Yeah. Yeah. Turn it. Turn it. Yeah.
Now myself.
Right there might be a good spot.
This is Emerald Bay off the west coast of Lake Tahoe. This is an island in the middle of Emerald Bay, Lake Tahoe. And it looks like there may be a castle on that island.
Yeah, I should take a picture.
Up to you. There, we got a shot. What an amazing tree growing on the top of the rocks. And again, we are at Emerald Bay from another vantage point from the north. And as we take a panoramic shot, this is what we see. It's just about as pretty as it comes. Are you going to make it down there? Rather steep. I'll bet the hospitals do a lot of good work around here, orthopedic surgery and the like. We are now in a position where we get a full view of the island with the castle on the east end of it. We are now on the north side of the lake and coming around, and we notice this paraplane that this fella's flying around. I've lost him. Where are you, sir? Ah, there he is. Let's get him close up. Better shot. Okay, this is a paraplane. The beaches on the north end of this beautiful lake seem to be quite busy. We have entered Nevada, and we are looking at Lake Tahoe from the east to the west. And it's Sunday, August 17th, and we are in Reno, Nevada. We have had a wonderful time of fellowship and the preaching of the Word of God at Mount Rose Reformed Presbyterian Church, meeting in a public school building, and Alex Ream is the pastor. We've had a grand time of fellowship with a couple and Alex, who is a single man, in this city, which has such a beautiful setting. We are in Reno, Nevada, on August 27th, Sunday afternoon and Sunday morning, with the mountains all around. And there's downtown. This is Donner Lake in California. It's about 20 miles northwest of Lake Tahoe. It is a natural lake nestled in the Sierra Mountains. And a favorite place for fishermen and boats people. It's not large, but look how pretty it is. About 47 years. I got a bride in Nebraska and I took her to Pennsylvania. And now we have 9 grandkids. How about yourself?
Now you're relaxing, huh?
Yes. You have children?
Yeah, we got
No grandchildren.
No grandchildren.
in the house, that's all.
Uh-huh.
Oh, are you
Sir?
I live in Hong Kong.
And you do what kind of work?
Policeman.
Hong Kong policeman.
Yeah. You meet all sorts here.
I'll bet. I'll bet. What's the biggest problem you deal with in Hong Kong as a policeman?
We got a bit of triad trouble.
A what?
Chinese triad trouble.
What's that?
Gangs, organized crime. Apart from that, not much else.
Drugs?
Drugs, a little bit.
Drinking?
Only the policeman.
Only police.
No, the Chinese don't like to drink too much.
Really?
There's not a big drinking problem. Gambling, yeah. They're pretty law-abiding, generally.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Domestic disputes?
Only the policeman.
Only policemen.
No, not too bad.
Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Along the lake, there are many businesses, and this is one of them. Alpaca seems to be a big import here along the lake in various places. A picture of the guy who sold me a sweater that I didn't want.
Oh, you'll take my soul. Crazy, that's right, Crazy Horse. You know, you never had a picture of him.
I know. But yeah, you do have some really lovely stuff.
But afterwards, he realized that, you know, that was silly. Nobody can.
This man just robbed a stagecoach. No, actually, he said he just what?
I just printed the money and just make sure it's all not smeared. Every time you ride the stagecoach, you got to pay a duty fee. Mafia, you know how they are. Where are you from?
All right.
So you just on a boater tour, or
You were a what?
bounty hunter
In how many countries?
in the United States?
Oh, in the
can't-
U.S.
You can't get an international license. I have gone up to Canada, and I have gone down a few places where I'm not supposed to go. What you
But-
call it snatch and grab.
But you were in Vietnam and
Yes, sir. Through
you
tourists.
traveled the world? What do you mean?
Well, I was a bodyguard for a United States Marine Corps general. And we went around inspecting embassies all over the world, setting up security.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got to see all the things, including climbing on the Great Pyramid, the Matterhorn, seen the Serengeti Plains, and seen Jerusalem, and you name it, we've been there. But I'll tell you what, I couldn't wait to sit back in the United States so I could have a medium rare hamburger.
Yeah, I guess there's no place like the U.S.
Nothing like good old French's mustard either.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. It depends on how your retrieval methods are.
So that gliding along there on the currents. Virtually nothing of clogs, woods. Pretty little things, pretty little things. That looks Chinese. That's very much Chinese. Isn't that very much Chinese? I don't know. No, I don't think so. I suspect that's locally made. Bless our family, cats. The cats. The cats family. Are you up here?
Yes, I am.
Oh, here you are.
There's some really neat stuff up here.
Should be able to get something for Sue. It's China. Made in China.
These fly swatters made with just better for decoration.
Yeah, sure.
But I was thinking about Kathy and how she likes teapots.
Uh-huh.
Actually, this is not a teapot. This is
No, that's a water, that's a garden water can. And it's made in Beijing.
Oh, these are crafted.
No, that's Beijing. Yep. Almost all of this stuff here, this kind of thing is made in Beijing.
This is the crafter's attic.
See, this is made in China. These are made in China.
Does it say that?
Yes.
Oh.
Inside there. This is made in China. These are made in China. This is made in China. Yep. See.
Now about these, I don't know, but my guess is they too are. Now this is possibly not. It's unusual to see that. Yeah, this is really, this is Chinese. No, I don't think so, because this is a different kind of wood than you would normally find. This is like a pine. You don't usually find them making. They're cunning because they removed China label from many of them. You see, there was once a label. So now that's made here. And pretty. See, that's all. That's Chinese. No?
Not all of this stuff is made in China.
Not all of it is.
Some of it, but I think these fabric things are made here.
Oh, I think so. They removed the label, the China label from some of them too. I've noticed you look and there's a little residue of label there. Yeah. As they know.
I like those little sayings. They have them on T-shirts too. Like this one gal at the Y, she wore this T-shirt that said, well, I've seen them on billboards too.
There.
You know that
This one
love
here.
your neighbor thing?
This.
I'm not. You know that love your neighbor thing? I meant it.
Oh, this,
Signed God.
this is great for Sue.
Oh, sometimes I wake up grumpy, sometimes I let her sleep.
No, you wouldn't want to give it to her.
You wouldn't. I married Mr. Right, Mr. Always Right.
That's another good one for her. But you still wouldn't want to give it to her. No, no. These here, are these the Broadway? Yeah, see, this is a Chinese.
Oh, be kind to your kids. They choose your nursing home.
There you go.
Oh, dear.
The man's home is his
So
castle
you
until the
didn't get
queen.
that this morning, hon? That
I still
thing?
don't know what it means. What was it again? 35.
If a man says something on a beach and a woman is near, is he still wrong?
Okay.
It's the opposite of this. Well, you think about it.
You mean a man is always wrong when a woman is around?
That's the idea.
Yeah, I don't connect with that, I guess.
I know, that's the idea.
I don't really connect with that, but I guess. Why the air conditioned this whole place? It took some craftsman many an hour to build this. Had to have a wood turning lathe,